Hello YouTube fans, back again. Stu's the dark room, but today, apart from my nice little dog, I thought I'd continue the Missing in Action films. It's a little film this, why are you learning? Yep, I thought I'd continue the third Missing in Action film, the complete Missing in Action 3, Bennett. Not a bad one this. I would say this one is the one that has most of the action, unlike the other two. The first one did have a bit of action here and there, but I would say it was more of a war drama. Number 2, I'd say it was more of an escape prison camp film, with a few action scenes nearly at the end, but more of an escape prison film. And this one is just straightforward action film. But I've got to give the film some dues and some respects, because at the end of the day it was a bitty ballsy film for that era. You get to see kids getting slapped, you get to see kids getting beaten up and mistreated, but it definitely shows her how evil soldiers can be. Starts off in 75, based on 75, with Bennett and his wife. That's what I meant by number 2 being a mindfuck, because in 72 want Bennett captured, a prisoner in a camp in Vietnam. Gets confusing, but I let it pass because it's still a good film. In many ways, you could say that The Blob has something to do with this. And people can think, Pete, what the fuck are you on about? You've got two actors, same there, who came out in The Blob. One guy won't let Bennett's wife come in the date because people are going too ladder to get through the date. And you've got one soldier who's a bit of an arsehole who was also in The Blob. I found that pretty interesting. But yeah, they won't let his wife get through a date. She needs a permit and they've got loads of people going too ladder. Because of that and war going on, you've got Bennett. People want to get through the border, based on 75, and Bennett gets wounded. And his wife, which Bennett thinks got killed. Because before all this, Bennett's wife is going to meet Bennett, and she had a woman who was some friend, stolen something. Little does she know, she got killed in an explosion, the one who was a tea leaf, I meant to say. And Bennett assumed his wife got killed. A couple of years later, well, a lot more years later, in the late 80s, a priest comes to Bennett to kind of convince that his wife isn't dead. She's alive and kicking. I kind of love that, because in this one, Bennett finds out he's got a long lost son. Pretty interesting, as his long lost son is now a kid. But it is what it is, and I let that fly past. Oh no, it is a solid action film, and Chuck Norris still proves that he's still that character. He goes and looks for his wife and kid. And I love the boat. It's a boat what you can manually make yourself, similar to what it was in the first one. But before that, I'm jumping ahead here. He meets a mate in a pub, has a few beers, and his mate helps him in a mission, kind of like in the first one. His mate comes across a bit of a dick, you know, your typical cocky ass, but you can see he's got a good heart, and he helps Bennett out. I do love that. I think it's clever, and again, it's sort of like the original. There's a bit of a copy of the music from the original Missing in Action, and he goes and looks for his wife. Eventually, he finds his wife, but the scumbag, who's one of the mercenaries, believe me, this guy is fucking evil. This guy is the testament of all fucking evil. Even my dog was howling then. Because this bastard shoots his wife after finding her after all this time. Shoots her in the fucking head. Then if that ain't bad enough, they attacks at Bennett and tortured him. But Bennett, being a badass, gets out, saves the day, gets his kid, and Bennett manages to get away. He fakes his own death, similar like he did in the first one. Well, not the first one, the second one. But he did sort of did that in the second one. Gets a die, snaps his neck. There's a scene in it where I do feel is bitty disturbing, where you get one soldier, who's one of the Vietnamese, who aims to rape a kid. Seriously, I'm not making this up. Aims to rape a kid. But Bennett, being Chuck Norris, comes in, saves the day, and fucking blows his bad guy up. I love it. I love it. To me, it is total badass. He has this gun, right? I shit you not. Me don't get excited. He has a gun, which is like a rocket launcher. Fires a fucking rocket launcher and blows this scumbag pedo to fucking pieces. I mean to pieces. He's a total and also fucking massacres him. The only bits I do feel a bit disappointed is the ending. This is like the last Missing in Action film, and Chuck Norris gets wounded, badly wounded, but him and his son kick ass. They fire the rocket launcher, kill the scumbag, and it's awesome. It's just fucking awesome. There was ideas I would have loved to have seen maybe a fourth Missing in Action film, but in all fairness, Chuck Norris is now getting on. Do I really want to see someone 70 odd running about in a jungle? But I still like Chuck Norris. It's kind of the same, we very rarely see any of his films on DVD, because I would have loved to see some of his films. Silent Raids, the Missing in Action films, and Enforcer USA. The list goes on. Excuse me. But I still think Chuck Norris is a badass. The Missing in Action films was definitely the era for Chuck Norris. And it definitely was a good era for him. He did a lot of films similar, like I said, Enforcer USA, and a lot of other good films. But to me, the Missing in Action films, I should have said, is definitely badass. And I do like 3 of them. So for that, I'm going to give the fourth one, I mean the original one, sorry, a 4-star rating. I'm going to give number 2 a 5-star rating. The torture scenes are a bit disturbing, but it was that era what it was based on. Okay, you got a lot of cootie kids and a pedo is about to rape a kid, but lucky enough, the movie was professional not to show that, and Chuck Norris come in, saves the day. So it was balls there. So again, I'll give that a 6-star rating. I do think it was balls there, and it just saw that these soldiers are evil bastards, beating up kids and so on. The bad guy shoots Chuck Norris's wife in the head in front of him, and they torture Chuck Norris. And the way they torture him is evil. They have Chuck Norris tied on a seat, holding with a gun next to his kid, and as Chuck Norris lets go of his heels, there goes his kid. But what makes it worse than this, there was no gun in the fucking barrel. So it makes the scene when Chuck Norris kills the bad guy a bit satisfying scene, because he was a scumbag. I just feel the ending was a bit weak that he get wounded. If this was the last Missing in Action film, it should have been a bit more of a satisfying ending. But all we know, it's still not a bad ending to the Missing in Action films. It ends where he's with his kid and has a beautiful satisfying theme tune to it. All in all, as I said, Missing in Action 3 isn't a bad one. And again, like I say, I'd give it a 6-star rating, because to me, Bennett kicks ass. Or should I say, Chuck Norris kicks ass. Other than that, have a good one.